How's it going, everybody? I am Aryeh Barnahama, co-founder and CEO of Melon. I've got my co-founder Laura over there. We snuck on to the roster last minute, but glad to be here with all of you. So I'd like to share a little bit about our product. Melon is an EEG headband that monitors brainwave activity, which means we look at the electrical activity naturally given off by your brain, similar to how EKG measures the electrical activity naturally given off by your heart. We look at different ratios and frequencies within this, and specifically have developed algorithms around focus and looking at focus over time. And so we do this with 3 dry sensor electrodes that sit on your forehead. They measure from the prefrontal cortex and then stream data out to your mobile phone via Bluetooth. Our product has 8 to 10 hours battery life, and what it's really about is helping you understand how your focus and your mental state is being affected by your behaviors and your environments. So we launched on Kickstarter because EEG has been around for about a century, and it's just been consumerized over the last 10 years, and we felt like we had a different approach to this that we wanted to see if it connected with consumers. Our approach is very much from a lifestyle designed product, something that fits into your everyday life. And so we put it out there on Kickstarter to see if that resonated with people. Our goal was $100,000. We went through that in the first 60 hours, which was incredibly exciting. We ended up at around $300,000, and these are really our early adopters and kind of the people helping build the company with us. So we've opened up an API to them, and these are the people really helping shape the future of the Melon experience. And I'd like to tell you a little bit about that experience. So EEG has traditionally been used in research labs for kids with ADD and ADHD, seizure detection, but what it's really good at is high-level mental states. So we can actually look at how your mental states are changing over time, how you're switching in and out of focus, and what's affecting that. And so the way you wear the Melon is you don't have to wear it all day. It's actually built to be worn in those important moments in your day-to-day life. So the 2-hour yoga class that you do where you want to understand what the actual mental benefits of yoga are to you and how to improve that over time. The 2 hours in your day where you really have a deadline and need to stay focused, you need to get real-time feedback from our app, which I'll show you, that helps you stay focused because we can actually track your mental state. We see when your trends are low and out of focus, and we send push notifications and messages through the app to pull you back in and give you either suggestions of things to do to mentally relax for a second before coming back to your task, or to kind of re-up you for the task in front of you. So it's really about fitting into your day-to-day life and fitting into those moments that you need it, and it's not just about wearing the product all day, although some of our Kickstarter backers want to do that, and that's totally cool as well. So you can see that it fits in these yoga settings, and these are kind of activities that are traditionally not just around physical improvements, but around mental improvements as well. And for the first time, we can actually quantify how these activities are affecting your mental state, how you're transitioning day to day, week to week. We pull all that data. We pull location. We pull time of day. We pull weather. We pull who's around you if you're able to share that with us. And it's really about illuminating what behaviors go into good mental sessions, good yoga practices, and how to improve that over time. It can also be used in other activities that are just kind of like personal and curious to you, that you want to understand how they're affecting your mental state. And work obviously is a really interesting usage case for us because you do have your mobile phone on you, and we are streaming data in real time. We're able to push those notifications to you that are there to actually help you work better, work smarter, and improve your focus and ability to maintain focus on a longer duration of time. So one of the pieces of feedback we got from our Kickstarter backers, and something we've now put into the design principles are making it fit multiple people in the family, allowing it to fit multiple head size and not just a one-size-fits-all. So we've taken kind of a Nike Fuel Band-esque approach here with spacer units that come with the headband and have a little more plasticity in them to create tension on different head sizes. You can also see some of the electronics gutted out in there. And now I'm going to take a sec and walk you through the app and kind of with these connected devices, with something that's live streaming data always to your mobile phone, the app is such a core experience to us. We are pre-production, so we're constantly making changes on it, and here's kind of a version we wanted to show to you guys. So you start a session, and these are for me kind of the personal tags that I have that are most common for me to put into the system. If I want to add a new one, I can easily do that. But if I want to do something like working, it also pulls up all related tags that the network backend has seen also tagged in that similar activity, so that it's really easy to go from working to app design, and all the while the app is tracking mental state and getting data packets real time. And so we can actually basically timestamp those activities throughout the session and see how these switches are affecting your focus over time. Just on the design principles, we have a gradient that constantly switches from this deeper red up to a blue, which is more focused. This is kind of lower focus. And why we chose to do that was really around pushing the boundaries of how people connect with the quantification of their data. We don't want you to just feel like you are that 10 that your focus is, you are that 7 that your focus is. We want to create a language with our users that's always beautiful and always pleasant to look at, but is also intuitive and glanceable and shows you kind of where you're at in real time. So you get a session, go through that, you see your average focus over that time, earn points towards unlocking extra things within the app. And one of those that I'd like to show you today is our idea of focus gaming, basically, and brain training, similar to other products out there. A lot of this came from neurofeedback being used with EEG, and so we wanted to incorporate some of that into the application. In this case, it's actually folding origami with your focus, and the origami piece, each fold takes a certain amount of focus, and each creature, the more folds they have, the more focus needed to actually create that creature. And this adds a little bit of brain training and real-time kind of experience that you can have sitting here working on your focus, as opposed to just tracking it while doing a certain activity. And so you can see this piece as it folds into a crane. So yeah, that's really Melon. It's about taking a product that was largely in research communities and medical communities, taking EEG and applying it to something consumer, something you can wear, and really illuminating for the first time mental state in your day-to-day activities, and adding meaning to that through our real-time feedback, through the back-end tracking on the app that looks at context and what's around you and what's affecting your mental state, and then turning that into a platform that people actually want to use and feel comfortable wearing and is beautiful and seamless kind of interaction for them. So, thank you.